So, consumer grade ceramic coating or professional grade ceramic coating? Does it really matter? And this is the reason why I wanted to do the CA Corvette, to answer that question, basically. So let's get this video started. These type of videos, y'all, let's start with this. I'm not a person to say you should do this, you should do that. But I would like to open up discussion on do you think it matters? Do your customers think it matters? Whether or not you're using a consumer grade or professional grade ceramic coating. So nowadays you can get 3, 6, 9 year as a consumer grade. Anybody can buy it. Or you have to hit up these companies such as, I think you can only like G Technic Ultra, I think System X, Fin Labs, I think is one, maybe Ceramic Pro, I don't know. But there's a couple companies where you have to reach out to them directly and they have to approve basically of selling you the coating. You can't just buy it. Not anybody can just buy it, right? And that's a question that I asked myself because I started doing ceramic coatings. I started doing paint corrections, paint enhancements and all that stuff like that. But when you get to ceramic coating, sometimes it can get confusing, right? And when I went to the exterior class that with Serrano's Mobile Detailing, like Carlos, shout out to him. I was one of the questions that I asked them is, do customers ever ask you what coating you're using? And if they do they even care? And we had a discussion about it, and basically he just told me that he've never had anybody even ask what brand he used. The only thing they ask or he present to them is the 3 year, 6 year, 9 year. And the way he doesn't, I don't think he says, if I recall it right, he doesn't say 3, 6, 9. He basically calls it, one is this, if this for this type of setting. One is, I recommend this if you're gonna, keep this inside or whatever. That's how he does his stuff, which is pretty neat when he was explaining it. Great idea. And so that pushed me to really think about it. Is it really worth it going out your way to reach out to some of these ceramic coating companies to get their coating? And yes, I know that some of them offer warranties and stuff like that, to where basically what you're doing is you get approved by them. And what I see in San Antonio is people sell the coating or whatever based off of the Carfax, based off, you get this and this and all that stuff, right? And coming from a different perspective of, I used to sell cars. So I wasn't the best at it, but I used to sell cars, right? And I could tell y'all that whether the car came in dirty or clean, they gave them the same value. The lowest value that they can give them on a car. Whether the car came in and it was ceramic coated or not, they gave them the same value. Now, maybe it's different. We gotta fly over here. Maybe it's different at other dealerships, but that's what I observed at the ones that I worked at. It really didn't matter. And whenever they sold a customer package with ceramic coating, it was not like a true ceramic coating. It was just some type of, they passed it through the car wash. While the car is wet, they put a liquid on it, which is probably, it was just a sealant. We would just put a liquid on it. Well, I never actually did it. It was always the guy over me who did it. And then that was it. And then they gave them like a care package to help keep up their car. So that's the confusing part about it when they say, hey, we report this to Carfax or whatever, right? And not knocking any professional grade. I feel like I don't have enough information to really judge. It's just a discussion. I'm opening it up and I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it. So with the car that y'all seeing in this video, the CA Corvette, I actually got this customer 2 years ago. Now he's been somebody else's customer for the other 2 years because I've done 2 cars for him and that was it. And then recently he hit me up. So he told me when I first did the 2 cars, he told me he was buying a C8 Corvette convertible. He was just waiting on it. And then he actually sent me a picture when he got the car. And when I did the 2 cars for him, I did his kids' cars. He'd asked me, he said, do you do ceramic coatings? And at that time, I didn't do it. I was like, nah, that's not something I do. He was like, okay, well, if you ever start, let me know. Because I am going to get my C8 Corvette ceramic coated. And well, I knew with this guy, money wasn't an issue. It doesn't matter. Whoever did this car for him, they did a great job. And they made a ton of money off of him. Because not only did he do the C8, he also did his wife's Dodge Durango. So the reason why I wanted to do this is not because it was a nice car. It's because I wanted to see his expectations of, the coating and all that stuff. And I wanted to ask him a couple questions. Not asking him knowingly that he know, like just kind of pick his brain a little bit. And so the one thing I noticed was like on the wife's Durango, it did have like some imperfections, some scratches and all that stuff. Under the door handle, there was a lot of scratches still left underneath there. There was a lot of stuff left. I mean, it looked like they took out majority of it. They probably did like a 1-step, but I could tell they wasn't aiming for perfection. And he was happy with it. Honestly, he just wanted to coat it, right? Same thing with the C8 Corvette. It still had like it didn't have a lot of swirls in it. I seen it a little bit here and there. I actually saw hologram marks on like the front splitter. And then there were certain parts on the car that wasn't even hydrophobic. Other than that, the car looked great. They did a great job. And then the PPF also had PPF on the front end. And he said it was ceramic coated, but I don't know, the ceramic, whatever ceramic coat they put on it, I don't know. It didn't look like it. But it definitely had the PPF on there, but I don't think it was ceramic coated. It's just the back half of the car was, and the top. So basically, after I was finished with the car and everything, I asked him, I said, oh, well, what coating did you go with for both of the cars? And he flat out told me he didn't know. And I was like, well, what year? How many years? And he was just like, oh, I honestly don't know. It's like, he said, actually, that's something I need to find out. And that right there just showed me, like, a customer like this, he got the money to pay for it. He didn't care. He got it done. That he kind of actually didn't care. As long as the work was done, he even cared what type of brand coating was on it. That's not how he did it. I guess that's not how he did his research. He just wanted it ceramic coated. That was it. But to be glossier or whatever, that was it. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. If you do a lot of coatings and stuff like that, do your customers ever ask what you're using? Do you tell them what you're using? Obviously, you're going to tell them, hey, this is going to last 3 to 5 years. This is going to last 6 to 9 years. But sometimes, like with detailing, I kind of question the professional stuff. The stuff that's marketed as professional on whether it's even called for sometimes. I know like one of my favorite sealants that I use is just a regular consumer grade spray sealant, which is Brio's 3-in-1. And I've had great results with that. Like I've used it with my wash and wax, and I've noticed like it gives a vehicle like really, like it gives it that nice gloss slickness. And then I also noticed like whenever I go to do like a maintenance wash, and I did a wash and wax on the vehicle, like it does make it easier to clean. I could tell that the sealant is doing what it's supposed to do. So like I said, it makes me question whether the professional grade, I ain't gonna say equipment, like sometimes some of the equipment too, but like the professional grade chemicals, if they are even worth it sometimes. And if it's just a marketing scheme, really, that's what it kind of seems like. But I don't know, y'all. I am dipping into this ceramic coating stuff. I did a couple of cars by now, and I'm getting my feet wet with it. So I'm not a professional. I'm not telling you should or shouldn't use this or whatever. I'm just expressing how I feel at the time, and my feelings can change over time. So who knows? But let me know. Do you think it's necessary to use a professional grade ceramic coating? And do your customers care? So with this video, y'all, I'm also going to do a beginning to the end voiceover on Saturday for this video, showing y'all, showing and telling y'all what I'm using and my process of just a basic wash now. My process has changed some since the last time y'all saw the premium wash video. That's no longer part of my services. I actually upgraded that is my wash and wax now. So now it's a basic wash. This is what you get. But let me know. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a great day.